Hi, welcome to another video. Now today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a handstand at a beginner or an intermediate level. Now the way I train, I practiced for years and I always used a wall, and this was a struggle. I didn't get any results. So I have an alternative method that's worked best for me, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. Now, whilst handstand primarily uses your shoulders, it must be noted it is actually a full body workout. Your core, your shoulders, your chest, your rear delts, your legs, and your glutes. So it really needs to engage every muscle to have an effective handstand hold. Now, the first thing we want to do is warm up all of those muscles. So if you can do muscle ups, as you saw in my previous video, I would start by doing a set of 4, 5, or 6 muscle ups, maybe half of what your maximum is. If you can do 10 muscle ups, do 5. If you can do 8, do 3 or 4. You don't want to tire yourself out, but the whole point of muscle ups is it does shoulders, back, chest, and core, your abs. So pretty much all of the muscles that I just said we need to warm up, except for the legs, a muscle up will engage. So by engaging these, warming them, getting them nice and activated, will make the handstand a lot easier to do. If you can't do muscle ups, do this push-up set where we're going to do 12 shoulder width push-ups followed by 12 wide grip push-ups followed by 12 side to side. If you can only do 8 to 10, that's fine. Do 8 to 10 of each variation in one set without stopping. This will warm up both your chest and your shoulders. And for back, do some pull-ups, maybe 8 to 10 slow controlled pull-ups without any momentum. For our core, the exercise I like to do is we lay down in a flutter kick position with our lower back sunken into the ground. Draw your abs into the ground at your belly button. This ensures they remain engaged. Keep your legs in the air, not too high off the ground, and keep them nice and controlled with your toes pointing towards you. With your arms, start them by your side and raise them slowly and controlled straight arms to above your head and back to their original position. Do this 10 to 15 times and your abs and core will be nice and warmed up. And the final thing we need to warm up is our legs. What I like to do is just some body weight squats. At the end of each rep, kick up to your hand as follows. This warms up and activates your hamstrings, your quads, and your glutes. Okay, now that we've finished our warm-up, it's important to understand why we must do this before we start our training. The handstand is more than just shoulders and abs. It's shoulders, abs, chest, your rear delts, your quads, your glutes, your lower back. So you need to engage all these muscles. So by warming them all up, ensures they're active, they're awake, and they're fully engaged. So you need to squeeze all these muscles that I just mentioned nice and tightly when doing your handstand practice. Now, if you're finding you're falling over one way, whether it's front or you keep falling back onto your feet, it's probably because you have a weakness in one part of your body in relation to the rest. So if you find, for example, if you're doing a handstand practice and you keep falling head over heels, your glutes, your lower back aren't as strong as your front of your body. So you need to train these a little bit harder to get the balance in your body. So handstand is all about control, and you need to use your whole body to do so. So the first level of progression we're going to go through is we're going to do fingers pointing towards the wall or the tree and kick up into the wall and hold for 30 seconds. Now, when you can hold this position for 30 seconds, progress this into the next stage by doing 10 to 15 push-ups. Now, when you can do 10 to 15 of these push-ups, we're going to do the same thing, but instead of kicking up, we're going to have our hands facing outwards rather than inwards. So to do so, it's a little tricky. You need to walk up the wall backwards, or the tree, that is. So the reason I prefer a tree is if you're having difficulty getting down, it's easy to fall down to the side of the tree. If you use a wall, that's fine at home. Make sure you have a spotter, a friend, girlfriend, family member, whatever it is, help you get down your first few times. to ensure you don't have any injuries. Now the next level of progression, same position, and let's do 10 handstand push-ups in this position using the wall as assistance. Now when you can do this comfortably, you're ready to do what I would call a press position with your body off the ground, just a hold. Now start with bent arm, and when you can get strong enough, aim to get as straight arm as possible. This is very difficult. Myself, I haven't fully mastered straight arm strength, but it's something I'm working on every single day I train. Now, the final progression, when you can hold this for 30 seconds and comfortably with good control, all your body, your core, your lower back, your legs, your shoulders, everything's engaged. All you need to do is keep them engaged and slowly get your body up straight to the sky. Now the tips that always keep in your head, and remember, never forget these few things. One, try get your feet to touch the sky. So imagine you're just trying to get as high up into the sky as possible. Straight arms as straight as possible, and legs as high into the sky as possible. Now the second thing, don't use the wall as assistance. Use the wall or the tree as a backup, as a safety net. You know you're not going to have any injury, you're not going to fall head over heels. Having that fear makes it hard to practice handstands. So having a wall as your backup, start a foot 1 to 2 feet away from it and just use this as a backup. Don't kick up into the wall and then try get your feet off and hold it that way. If you do this, you're cheating yourself. Now the other thing, when you're doing a handstand, your eyes should always be looking down at the ground, so your head should be tilted back. Well, I hope this video helps. Any questions, any problems, any feedback is greatly appreciated. Leave a comment down below if you have any feedback for me. Would love and appreciate to hear from you. So I look forward to making another video very soon, and yeah, happy training.